Hi, a very warm welcome to all of you. My name is Chef Kedia. I'm 24 years old and I'm a type 1.5 diabetic. You must be wondering why would someone start their talk by mentioning their health condition? Well, I'm here today to speak to you about a very pressing issue that has been going on in my head ever since I was a very young boy. The topic of my conversation is going to be Your Health is Not You. Ever since I was in school, I was always subjected to conversations around my health. Oh, you weren't able to do your homework? Maybe because you were sick with diabetes. At parties, at weddings, at birthdays, everything sort of subjected around the idea of my food habits relating to my blood sugar levels. If I said I don't want to eat a cake, or if I said I don't want to eat mithai, I was subjected back to my health condition to only mention to them that I can actually not want to eat a certain food item without subjecting it to my health condition. Let me start by telling you all a story. This story goes back in 2013. I had come back from school and I was just like putting my bag away and just sitting and chilling with my family, and my aunt was over and she said that she was feeling a little dizzy and a little giddy and she wanted to check her blood sugar levels. So I took out the glucometer, I went up to her and I said, oh wait, let me check your blood sugar levels. Maybe there's been like an imbalance. Just before I checked hers, I checked mine and my blood sugars were high. That is how I was detected. However, it didn't really go very well with the family. Everyone sounded very upset about it. My mom and my aunt were very cranky about it. They cried it out. And I realized that when you have a certain health condition, you're sort of put into a bracket, when you're put into like this space where they start treating you that particular way. After working with several organizations, I sort of realized after running a few companies that people start subjecting you to a certain way. They start conditioning you with your health condition. I'll give you two other stories of these two people who are very close friends of mine. One of them has insulin resistance as a part of her PCOS. When she mentioned and talked about it to her HR, most conversations about her health would start drawing back to her health condition. For instance, when she asked for leave with her health reasons, even if her leave was for multiple other reasons, like if she had like probably a migraine, or if she was going for like a different sort of a journey with her health, maybe she was going for an operation, people would map it back to her PCOS and start talking about everything around it. So your health condition is not really you. I think she does fantastically with her work and there are no two questions to it. So trying to subject her and put her in the place where, oh, so you have PCOS, so maybe the quality of your work might not be as well. I have another friend who has seizures and epilepsy, and he does still enjoy his life just as much as anyone would. He does go for parties, he does gaming, but the idea is that people start looking at you differently when you have a certain health condition that is detected. And that is something that needs to be eliminated. There are so many parts of a person's personality, like your likability towards things, or your reading habits, or the kind of films you watch, or the kind of music you listen to, right? So people need to stop subjecting and surrounding every conversation around your health condition. Um, I have another friend who loves baking, right? And whenever someone talks to him about his baking, or someone talks to him about his career in life, they have this added preconceived notion that he's a cancer survivor. So there's a awe of pity that comes in. People start talking to him with so much sympathy and they start mentioning it that he does not like, and nobody would. If you are suffering from a health condition, you are going to a doctor, you have medicinal help. So as a society, we are very conditioned to make the entire bichara factor in and around people suffering from health conditions. So this is the myth that we need to break to start with in terms of your health is not you. The second part is when you really need to start taking care of yourself, and how your health also forms an important part of your lifestyle. Um, when a lot of people speak up the idea of like starvation, they don't like to eat, and they keep mentioning this whole idea that, oh, I want to be skinny. And this is not out of a medical condition. They just choose to be skinny. They choose not to eat, which is something that starts deteriorating their health. And that is not something we are talking about. We're not talking about people with anorexia who are not with the option of not eating. We're not talking about people with compulsive disorders of eating multiple things at multiple times. A lot of people choose to eat way too much, way beyond their capacities to start affecting their health. So these are two very different conversations that we can have. People suffering from problems that does not form their identity, and people who choose to live unhealthy lifestyles by taking certain decisions and certain choices. So here we got to consolidate and understand that a person has multiple aspects and facets of their life. And if you start putting them in a basket, just surrounding them with their health condition, then you are wrong. So your health condition is not you. So all those listening, all those out there, all those people who wonder that is it their health that is going to deter their career? Is it the health that will stop them from moving ahead? It's not true. Your health condition is a part of you. Don't let it come in your way. Quote a few celebrities like Abhishek Bachchan with dyslexia. He's out and out about that. He talks about his dyslexia to help other kids. There's a paper in the University of Michigan that talks about his dyslexia and how he wants to empower other people. Nick Jonas is a type 1 diabetic. I'm a type 1.5 diabetic, but you know what Nick Jonas is doing, and I aspire to do something like that one day. There's multiple number of people who have done fantastically in their careers. Irfan Khan had cancer, and he did a fabulous job with all his films while with the same health condition. To quote the least, Professor McGonagall from Harry Potter, she battled cancer while shooting for films. So to sort of conclude and to sort of consolidate this entire conversation, don't put yourself and don't beat yourself so much because of your health condition. Take care of yourself. Go to a doctor, but don't let anyone subject you to just your health condition, because your health is not just you. Thank you so much, and that's it from me.